Okay, this video is to show you how you might use a spreadsheet to help you organize and display your Likert scale survey data. So the survey that I'm using as an example is a pretend survey that I gave to my students, and one of the questions on the survey is, how much do you like the song Gangnam Style? So apparently one of my goals of my action research was to get my students to either like or dislike it. Let's go with like. So before my Gangnam Style unit, I would have a pre-survey asking my students how much they like the song. And let's say that I had a class of about 25 people. So of those 25 people, 2 already loved it, 3 liked it. I had 12 students who felt meh about it. And so let's see, that gives me 17. And then I had 3 students who disliked it and 5 students who think that song is horrible. Let me make sure I have my total just to make sure that I got my data correctly. So correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sum that data up. Sum is a formula that Excel knows. Remember, if I'm going to do math, I always want to start with an equal sign. So I said equals, and then I typed the word sum and put it in an open parenthesis. I then highlight all the numbers I want summed, close parenthesis. Sure enough, I have 25 students. Good, so I know I got everybody. So I did my unit, trying to basically control my students and their song likes. And what ended up happening is that I ended up with 8 students who loved it, and then another 6 who liked it, and then a good 6 more who felt meh about it, 4 disliked it. 1 student still felt that that song was horrible. Now I can sum that again to double check that I surveyed every student, or I can just copy the formula in this area right here. So what I do is I highlight it, and then I hit the copy. On a Mac, that's Command C. Wait till I get my black cross and drag down, and sure enough I got 25 again. Now I'm going to want to make sure that I don't get those 25s in my graph. That's just to check that I have all of my students surveyed. Okay, so now let's say I want to make a graph that shows both of these in comparison. I think it's helpful to have them side by side, and Excel can do that for me. I'm going to highlight my data as well as my descriptors with the data, and then I'll go over to Chart, and I'll make a column graph. Notice that the blue is my pre-survey and the red is my post-survey. And what I've done is taken my students from basically a normal curve and shifted a lot of them over here. So my action research might have shown that whatever strategy I did influence my students' feelings about the song, and they like it more in general. Now with this graph, I'm going to want to make sure that I put in a title and things like that. And this might look different on a PC, but to do that, I want to click on Chart Layout and choose the layout that I would like. So I am